By the way, do not contact these people. I'm not interested in any type of Twitter drama, because usually when I make these videos and I criticize public people with their public opinions, they're like, oh my god, the YouTubers are sending harassment. Look, I can't even send people to click on that subscribe button. Do you honestly think that I can influence people to do something so grandiose? Like, why would I even want to harass random people on Twitter? Like, if I could get people to do stuff for me, I would actually do them to do something that gets me money and cash. God, like, whatever. Bitch Queen of Ungmar. Look at this. PhD researcher on Tolkien. I want you guys to understand. Okay? The university that's being paid from people's taxpayer money, the working class, the people that actually get society running, their money is being taken away forcefully by the state. And then it's given to people to study a PhD on Tolkien. Yeah, because I'm not against, you know, like, having public university and shit. But, like, really, Tolkien? Like, is this necessary? Like, can't you do this at a private university? Whatever, you know, maybe she is at a private university, and then the joke's on me. Editorial board of Malron Tolkien Society, Equity and Diversity Officer. Which do you think is more important for people like this? The equity and diversity, or the subject of Tolkien? Like, which do you think comes first? The Marxism or the actual Tolkien? I'm willing to bet it's the Marxism. But anyway, right, she, her, blah, blah, blah. That's not the reason. I love the fact it's like bitch queen of Ungmar. Like, can you imagine if I were to name myself the asshole of Isengard? The Dick of Mordor. The Dick of Mordor. That actually sounds good. I'd probably name myself like that. The Dick of Mordor. Why would you put such a provocative name, though? It's almost like you're willing to antagonize people just by your name. Because we're going to see some of the hot takes in a bit. In The Hobbit, Gollum is described as dark as darkness. What is this supposed to mean? What does it mean? Oh, what does it mean? And yes, I'm wondering here about the limits between the metaphorical and the racial. Do you honestly think that Tolkien, which lived in Europe back in a time where traveling was quite difficult, do you think he thought about black people? But that's what she's insinuating, right? Like, this is how you do it. You ask a question, and you're being snarky about it. Like, oh, what does it mean? It means it's a fantasy creature, and its skin color is dark. But don't think of black people, right? I mean, look, there are black cats, but just because the cat happens to be black, you don't think of black people when you talk about the cat, now do you? It's literally the same. The golem is not a human. It's another creature. It doesn't have like the... Like if the golem were to have sex with a woman, it wouldn't be a black child, okay? Like, I'm just putting it out there. For all of these race-obsessed Marxists, Tolkien did not mean black person when he made the golem. I'm willing to bet, like, you know what? Maybe in the afterlife we can ask him. Do you honestly think you're going to win? I think you're not going to win. Someone just DM'd me from a fake Instagram account to say that there are no N-word elves and another slur, and that I'm an idiot Mexican. I'll take what never happened for $500. Like, isn't it interesting how like all of these things come out of the ether? Again, like, why would even people bother messaging you from a random Instagram? Like, what is the point? Like, they already know you're ideologically possessed and you're a Marxist and you see race everywhere. Like, why would they do that? And what is the receipt? What is the evidence that they even done it? And again, it's like a random Instagram account. Okay, lady. Yeah, sure. There will be black elves. I am sometimes stupid and very proud of my brown skin. Why are you proud of your brown skin, though? I mean, I don't feel either way about my skin color. Like, what gives you pride in it? It's like your parents gave you that skin. You didn't do anything to earn it or deserve it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it either, just to be sure that you understand. You should be neutral about it. Like, what exactly from it gives you pride? What exactly did you do in order to have it? But that's not the point. Imagine, like, wanting to have something in a fantasy genre just to spite people. Like, what if someone came up to you and said that there are no lollies in The Lord of the Rings and then insulted you? Would you put lollies in Lord of the Rings just to spite that person? Is this how we write fiction now? Is this how we reimagine fiction? It's what spites people. Like, we're writing fiction out of spite. No wonder that these people, that they're such anti-fans, and they always complain about the fandom and the people that they try to sell a product to. They hate these people. Like, they stereotype and stigmatize the entire fandom, thinking that every single person that likes Lord of the Rings is probably a misogynist or a racist. Unless you happen to be black, brown, or whatever other identity group they create. But if you don't happen to be that way, they already hate you. And they write the fiction with hate in their mind. Like, they're not writing so that it's an interesting story. They're not writing to carry on Tolkien's legacy. Because they think that Tolkien is a racist because of the way he made Gollum. Right? Like, they do the mental gymnastics to come with the idea that Tolkien is a racist, and because Tolkien is a racist cannot actually make a good work of art. So now they have to step in, take a masterpiece, and perfect it. Like, make the masterpiece more in tune with the current year. And that is the problem. And they don't put soul in it. They don't put anything in it except hate and malice. And when they do that, people don't want to watch it. And when people don't want to watch it, they go Pikachu face because they're losing their job. It reminds me of the recent thing with High Guardian Spies. They were all crying because, like, they lost their job. It's like, yeah, you antagonize the fans. Why do you do this? Like, why do you keep antagonizing people? And they keep saying, it's like, oh, well, it's a vocal minority. And you can see this, that it's false with all of these shows like Female Ghostbusters, right? It's like, if the men wouldn't go to see it, you would still have the women that allegedly aren't sexist, that they would go to see it, and then you would have a profit. But that doesn't even happen. Like, even the people that they allegedly cater towards, like the minorities, they don't watch it either. No one watches it. Everyone hates it. Everyone finds it icky. Just stop it. Get some help. Start writing good stories. And by the way, this is again like someone with a PhD in Tolkien. Like someone with a PhD in Tolkien, which doesn't understand why Tolkien said what he said when he meant that Gollum is black. It's like, it's from biblical reference. God, like, is it that difficult to understand? It's like when God casted Lucifer from the heaven, he made him black. It's not because, like, people think of a different race or anything. It's just like, white symbolizes day, black symbolizes night. Night is scary because you don't see very well. It has things going bump in it, like predators are awake at night. It's a primordial fear of human beings and children, regardless of their race. When it's dark, they're afraid. So that is why, like, black is considered evil in the Bible, because it's a symbolism towards night. So that is why Tolkien made Gollum black, to symbolize night, to symbolize scary. God, like, oh no, it's about race, isn't it? Yes, because I'm sure you have a hotline to Tolkien from the other side. But, like, again, like, which one is more probable? What I said or what you said, given when Tolkien lived, the time period and the history? Whatever, you know, it is what it is. But I guess this explains a lot about why these people can't create good works of art. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.